What's going on, y'all? So today video, I'm gonna show y'all how I use MPC inside of FL Studios. Honestly, you can use any MPC for real to work inside of this. I personally got the MPC Key 37, but I mean, if you got the Key 61 or the Live or the any MPC for real, you can use inside with this workflow. This is my personal workflow, but I'm just here to show y'all how I do it. Let's go ahead and hop straight in the video. Alright, so right now I got a session open up. It's a beat I made probably like a week ago. Well, I don't know how long ago it was, but it's a beat. It's actually a sample. But the first thing I'm gonna show you is go ahead how to set this up for MIDI. So you can use an MPC to control, use like the actual piano as just a MIDI to control inside of FL Studios. So the first thing you're gonna want to do is open up options at the top left. You're gonna want to go to MIDI settings. And then on the back of the MPC, you're gonna want to plug in the cable that comes with it to go into your MIDI port, and you're gonna plug that into your computer, which is gonna be on the side or however your computer is set up. And the first thing that's gonna show up is this right here, MPC Key 37 or Key 61, whichever one you got. And I'm sure this also works with the other MPCs, but it's just how mine shows up. So the first thing I did was for the output, I used the public. Turn that on. You can turn that off and on. Well, it's already on, so it's no purpose to turn it off. For input, you're going to use public as well. And for controller type, it has like other ones right here. I don't know. They ain't never really updated these, so I just choose generic controller. It gets the job done. And then on the actual MPC, you're going to come over here and hit menu. And you're gonna, at the bottom right, you're gonna hit MIDI control. And that's gonna open up a few options for real. I ain't really touched those. But inside of FL Studio, after you go on the website of MPC and download the MPC Beats app, it's gonna show as a plugin. You know, of course you're gonna have to go up and go to plugin, manage plugins, and scan it so you can get it in here. But once that's up there, you're gonna open up MPC Beats and it's gonna show up like this. This might look a little confusing, but like if you have your MPC, you could just look at the screen. It looks like the exact same as like how your MPC is set up. Like as far as everything's over here, everything's over here. So you don't even gotta get too nervous about all that. And yeah, right now it's set up for MIDI, so you can go to whatever you have open. I was sampling, so in Bank D, hit these, so everything's mapped out. I know you gotta go into like a few more settings to like try to get like the colors and all that to match, but I'm not really tripping on all that. Also, I want to get away from sampling inside of Serato and rather just use the MPC because it just feels more natural. But for the time being, I'm using this. But I don't even use the pads like that for sampling. I use the piano. It's just mapped out just like this. Just like that. So as you like have your FL open up, just open up piano roll and just treat it as a regular controller. It's just gonna show you just like that. And you don't even gotta do too much. Just like any other like MIDI controller for real. Now the other way I have it set up is so that I'll do all my melodies using like the MIDI, but like here's like the trick. Instead of having to like use the I can't even think of what it's called, but instead of having to use this to the channel rack, instead of having to use this to make your drums, I actually like making my drums inside of an MPC. So here's something else you can do. You can open up the MPC app. All you gotta do is hit main, and it's gonna go back to like how MPC set up. And you can just go ahead and make your drums inside of there for real. So like I said, I already made this beat, but I'll go ahead and show you like how I have that set up. So once, I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna put it on the loop real quick. So right now I just got the melodies looping. And I had already converted them into audio. So the way the MPC works, it's like until you map it out and put it on here, it's just gonna keep following that. So if this is 8 bars, the MPC is gonna keep going 8 bars. So this is how I have it set up. First thing I'll do, hit main. If I wanna add a track, hit plus track. Well, I think I already had some, so. Also, another thing I noticed, you can only do 8 tracks. So like if you have more than 8 drums, once you make the drums and add it in the FL, you could just delete it and make another one. Or you could just do the other drums inside FL. Either way, it kind of sucks. I wish I had more, but that's just how it's set up. Maybe MPC 3.5 will be a little better, but this is how it's set up. So you add a track. You're going to go to Assign Samples, Browse. Wherever you keep your drums on your MPC, that's where I keep mine. We're going to open up Zay's drums. Click on snare. Go back to main. Just like how you would set up like any other drums for real. Zay snare right here. So now you got all this mapped out. Hold on, give me a second. I think I got it muted. What track are we on? We on track 8. You got your grid right here. Like I said, I already had stuff like written in, so. So once you plan it, you're like, okay, I like that. I don't even know why it's playing like that, but. So once you got all that mapped out, you're going to want to come actually on the software screen now. Here's all my different drums. I got my 808 right here. Another 808. And you're going to want to unmute it. I had mine muted just because you're going to see it's kind of like backtracking. You're going to unmute it. Or like I said, you're not going to have it muted in the first place. You're going to open it up right here. These are my, it's a little hit in between the snares. Pause that. And what you're going to do is you're going to come over here to this export audio button. You're going to hit that. It's going to export. Now, once it's ready, that means it's ready to go ahead and drag in the FL. So I usually drag this to the bottom of my screen. We'll scroll down to an open track. You're going to click and hold. It's going to show just like this. And now your audio is right there. And like, let's say you like, dang, I like that drum, but I wish I want to add another sound. All you got to do is go right back on the MPC, go back to menu, hit MIDI control. Now you're right back in MIDI control. So if you're like, oh, I want to add another sample, go right back into this. Right back to that. If you want like, dang, I want to go add some more drums, go right back to this. And it's just going to keep switching on this software right here. So, I mean, that's basically like the workflow. It's not really too complicated. Like, before I found out how to do it, I was just like confused. But once you get it down, it's a cool little workflow. Like I said, it drags everything in. It's audio, so it looks a little different. Like, using my sessions will never look like straight audio. But for samples, I always turn them into audio, and then it's how the drums gonna look. And like, I could be tweaking. I snapped the 808. It just like sound a little better once you put it in audio coming from MPC than MIDI. I don't know how. Maybe I could be tweaking, but like, that's just how it sounds to me. And it's like a little snippet of the beat right here. I just started over for you. Oh yeah, another thing I just noticed. So you're going to have to go back into MPC and mute everything, or it's gonna keep playing. So that's why I had all these tracks muted. You can go to this, mute everything. Because the MPC is kind of like, as soon as you press the space bar and like play it, it's just gonna keep playing. It's not like they kind of working hand to hand, but it's not. I don't know. It acts weird. That's just something you gotta do. So yeah, like even if you mute this, it's still gonna play, which is weird. But I guess that's just one of the things. Hopefully 3.5 will fix.
Zay Charles.
Like I said, everything is just map out this audio. But this is all the drums from the MPC. And you know, like, if you ever made drums on MPC, it's just way easier. You don't gotta worry about clicking and dragging and all that. Going to find the sounds, it's just everything. You just go and hit the pad, hit this. Oh, I think I may have pressed something, but. Yeah, and that's basically it. I mean, if y'all had any like specific questions, just put them in the comments. I'm always down to help because ain't nobody really helped me get to this point right here. I had to this was all trial and error for real. But also too, once the 3.5, like instead of it being a beta, it's like the real thing. I think I'm gonna also do a tutorial on that because I'm sure people gonna have questions just like I'm gonna have questions. So if you still here, appreciate you watching the video, and like and subscribe. I'm gonna try to keep dropping every Thursday at 4, and hopefully we can get Mondays on there too as well. So appreciate y'all watching, and I'll see y'all next Thursday.